Hello, dear students. Last time we did the topic rules for changing interrogative sentences. Now, today I am going to discuss with you that is changing imperative sentences under reported speech. As I discussed with you a few days back regarding the revised curriculum of English for the academic session 2020 and 21, there you will find that under reported speech we are going to read three topics, and changing of imperative sentences or commands or request. It's basically the same thing, only there's a difference in the name. So there you saw that under reported speech we are going to see regarding commands and request, or you can name it as imperative sentences. Now, what are imperative sentences? You see, imperative sentences are nothing but they are sentences which give any instructions or advice. That is, instructions or advice, or a command, an order, a direction, or a request. Okay. Now, in your course, you find that reported speech, under reported speech, you find regarding this command and request. Okay. Now, you call it command or request, or you call it imperative sentences, both are the same. Now, I have chosen this particular word imperative sentences because under this you would be able to know a lot many things regarding how the imperative sentences are changed from direct speech into indirect speech. Okay. Now, today I am going to give you certain basic examples just to make you understand the structure of changing imperative sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. Once the structure is clear to you, then you would be able to you would be able to follow the other rules of imperative sentences very easily. They are not so very difficult. Only you have to keep in mind, always remember, whenever you are doing reported speech, always you have to focus upon the reported clause. You have to look at the reported clause, and thereafter you have to apply the rules which are there to convert direct speech into indirect speech. Okay. Now, what is the basic structure? See, from that is to convert a sentence of imperative sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. The reporting verb, that is say or tell, is converted into ask, advise, request, suggest. There can be many more. Plus object or person addressed, plus to infinitive. This is a very important thing, to infinitive. And then reported clause. Now, this structure may sound a little bit difficult, or you may feel that, it's a longish structure, but it's very easy to follow. Let's get it clear with the help of an example. Let's see the first one. Come in, he said to her. Okay. Now, when we look at this reported clause, come in, the moment we read this or the moment we hear this, come in, it automatically gives us a sense that the speaker is asking somebody to come inside, or the speaker is requesting, or the speaker is commanding maybe the listener to come inside. Okay. Now, you can, in the reporting verb, you can use either asked, or you can use either ordered or command. It depends upon the tone of the imperative sentence here in the direct speech. That is, you have to determine from the tone of the reported clause that what kind of an imperative sentence it is. Is it some sort of commanding, or is it some sort of ordering, or some sort of requesting, or simply asking? Now, let me explain to you this in a very simple manner. Let's take a very simple reporting verb, asked. Now, when we see this reported clause come in, it simply feels that as if the speaker is asking someone or asking the girl here to come inside. Now, how the conversion is made from direct speech to indirect speech? He asked her to come in. Okay, only this much. Now, let us apply the structure given above here on this particular example. See, the reporting verb say or tell, this one. Here it is said. So, this gets converted into asked. Okay, said gets converted into asked. Let me write over here. Said gets converted into asked. And how I am getting this particular reported verb over here? I am getting it by seeing the tone of the imperative sentence. I am using a very simple one, which is asked. Okay. Then object or person addressed. Who is being addressed to? Her is being addressed to. That is, the girl or the lady is being addressed to. So here next we have object. That is person addressed. Fine. This one. Or let me number it. Let me make it 1 and 2. Thereafter we have this to infinitive. Okay. Now what is to infinitive? To infinitive is nothing but it is to plus verb. And there is a very simple and general rule of infinitive, that is, whenever we have to plus verb, the tense of the verb remains the same. That is, the form of the verb, let me not use the word tense, the form of the verb remains the same. It never changes. Infinitives remain same in all the tenses. You will never find any change in two infinitives or two verbs. Okay. That is, next we have to infinitive. And here in the example, what to infinitive we have? We have here, that is to plus verb. And I am writing here to plus verb, and in this case it is to come. Okay. And then the reported clause. Now here you see that the reported clause, it is simply come in. Fine. Now what is the reported clause over here? It is basically come in or to come in. Okay. Now let me make you more clear regarding this reported clause over here. In most of the imperative sentences you will find that they may not be very, they may not be very big. It can be just, like come in, sit down, go, or please take your seat, like this. And as we move ahead, you will see that there are some other varieties of imperative sentences as well. Anyway, only you have to keep in mind the basic structure. The basic structure is, first, that the reporting verbs say or tell, whatever is there in the direct speech, that will get converted into ask, advise, request or suggest, depending upon the tone of the imperative sentence in the direct speech. Okay. Then there will be object or the person who is being addressed, that you obviously get from here. That is the reporting clause in the direct speech. Okay. Then the most important part, to infinitive or to verb. This you get infinitive generally from, that is the verb which is used in the indirect speech. Sorry, the verb which is used in the direct speech here inside the reported clause. Okay. Fine. Let's move further. Another example, more or less the same kind. He said, sit down. Okay. Now, see the conversion of this imperative sentence from direct speech into indirect speech. Now, when we listen to this, sit down, it may strike in our mind that it can be simply asking, or it can be a mere request, or it can be say it can be order also. But let's take a very simple one, which is ask. Let's say that the person who is asking somebody to sit down, he or she is simply asking the other person to sit down. Now here you notice one thing, that here the object of address is not given. You may get certain sentences where the object of address is not given in the direct speech. Then how would you know who is being addressed to? Now, in such cases, you can simply supply the object addressed on your own. When it is not clear, you can do it. Like, he asked, here in this case, it is not given, so you can simply mention he asked me, or he asked her, or it can be him also, to sit down. That is to plus infinitive and then the remaining part of the reported clause. Now here in the to infinitive, one thing you must notice, that the to infinitive is derived from the verb which is used in the reported clause in the direct speech. Okay, the verb for the to infinitive is derived from here only, and the tone of the, or you can say that the choice of the reporting verb in indirect speech will depend upon the tone of the imperative sentence used in the direct speech under the double inverted comma, or you can say simply the reported clause. Okay, now let's come to the next example. See this one. I said to him, do some exercise. Okay, now when you ask somebody to do some exercise, what can be the tone of this imperative sentence? You can simply ask somebody to do some exercise, or you can suggest somebody to do some exercise. Okay, so the choice is there. The choice is, you can say it's your. If the choice is yours, you can simply look at the imperative sentence given in the double inverted comma, and you can select the reporting verb on the tone, on the basis of the tone of the imperative sentence which is used inside the double inverted comma in direct speech. Now I have selected this verb for reported verb. When I convert this sentence from direct speech into indirect speech, I feel that I am suggesting the person here, him, to do some exercise. Okay, now how the conversion is being made? See, I suggested to him to do some exercise. Okay, I have brought the reporting verb over here, which is suggest. Okay, then this is my object, person addressed. Then I have this to infinitive, which here in this case is to do, and then the reported clause. Is that clear? Now I am here singling out, I am just taking out this to infinitive here in order to just show you, but this entire part is considered as a reported clause. Now how I am getting this to infinitive here? I am simply getting this from the verb which is used here in the imperative sentence, which is do. Okay, I said to him to do, or I suggested to him to do some exercise. One thing you must keep in mind, whenever we use the verb suggest, we never write I suggest him or I suggested him. We never write in this way. This is not the proper way of writing the verb suggest or suggested. Whenever you change the form, you will always write in this way: I suggested to him to do some exercise. Alright, let's move on to the next one. I said, "Take your seat, please." Now again in this case you see that the object of person addressed is not there. So you can simply take on your own. Now here there is an interesting thing which I would like to tell you people. Let's take this particular reported clause, "Take your seat, please." Now the moment we have this word please, it is giving us a sense that the speaker is requesting somebody to take the seat. Okay? Now see how I have used the reporting verb over here. The moment I have seen this word please here in the imperative sentence in direct speech, it has rightly crossed my mind that the tone of the sentence is of request. So what's happening here? I'm writing here simply, I requested him, this I have supplied on my own. This is not given here in the direct speech. Because the object of person addressed is not given in the direct speech, I have supplied it on my own. So I requested him, or you can, I just give you a very technical word over here, a technical or a technique in order to determine. Now this please is basically getting converted into request. Okay? And that's why in the reported clause you will see that please is not repeated. The rest of the things are going as it is, as we saw the last examples. Now here this please is getting converted into requested. That's why in the reported clause you will not find please anywhere. So it simply becomes, I requested him to take his seat. And if you write the sentence in this way, I requested him, suppose if you write the sentence in this way, I requested him to take his seat, please, then this becomes wrong. Why? Because the moment I have written the reporting verb over here requested, and I'm getting or I'm deriving it from the word please, which is used in the imperative sentence here in the direct speech under double inverted comma. So it becomes very obvious the tone of the imperative sentence. That's why the writing of please is not required again. And the rest part of the reported clause remains the same. We have to infinitive, and this I have derived from the verb which is used over here, and the remaining part of the reported clause. Okay? Now, lastly, you call a taxi, he said to me. You may get a sentence like this where you have a subject. Now, in the previous examples, you did not see any subject. Though the subject is indirectly understood, but it is not given over here. That's why it was quite easy for us to convert. But what if when we have the subject here in the imperative sentence, which is used under double inverted comma in direct speech? We can simply omit the subject. How? You see, when we convert this kind of an imperative sentence into indirect speech, it simply becomes, he asked me to call a taxi. Okay, that is the reporting verb I have taken here as asked. This is the reporting verb because the speaker is asking me to simply call a taxi. So here I have given the reporting verb as asked, me, that is the object of a person addressed, or you can simply say person addressed, to call a taxi. Now you see, this particular subject is omitted or it is left out. This is simply left out when we have converted this into indirect speech. That is, you cannot write the sentence in this way, he asked me you to call a taxi, or he asked me to you call a taxi. You see that the arrangement of the words are not proper, and obviously the sentence becomes wrong. So this remains in this way, that he asked me to call a taxi. Now whenever you have a subject in the imperative sentence, suppose you or I or any other subject, that is simply left out when we convert imperative sentence in direct speech into indirect speech. Okay? Now, one more very important thing that you must notice. Earlier we saw that whenever we converted a statement from direct speech to indirect speech, we always included that. I'm talking about statements. Now, previously we saw regarding the interrogative sentences, there we did not see the inclusion of that, because interrogative sentences, they are not functioning as normal statements. This is again happening in case of imperative sentences also. Whenever we are converting imperative sentences from direct speech to indirect speech, we never use that. Or you can say, that is never used when the imperative sentence is converted from direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, this you have to keep in mind. But still there are one or two exceptions in this case that I'll discuss with you. I hope you are clear up to this, and tomorrow I'll be discussing with you some more rules of changing imperative sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. Till then, you revise what we have done so far under reported speech. Is okay? Thank you all.